we start, I would give you the chance to offer Florence some flowers and see if she finally
You know what's going to
accepts them.
happen.
I know, I do.
Let's see.
Thank you so much. Do you want the bag?
For you.
Every time.
Thank you.
Now, Cillian, obviously you're no stranger to a Nolan movie, but this is your first time stepping into a leading role. So what was your reaction when, you got the call? And Florence, for you, what was the reaction? Because this is your first Nolan movie.
It was a complete and utter shock. That's Chris's kind of MO. He just calls you out of the blue when the script is finished and they know that they're shooting. And it was Emma, his wife and producer, that called me. And I genuinely didn't know anything. And it's one of those calls that you get a few times in your career if you're lucky. And this was one of them. So, I had to sit down and then begin to and then immediately you start to go to work. That's your kind of instinct. Is the joy is amazing and the kind of elation, and then it's like...
Let's get into it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
All America's industrial might and scientific innovation connected here.
Similarly, however, I didn't really know what was going on or what it was that was being made, except I knew that Chris really, really wanted me to know that it wasn't a very big role, and he understands if I don't want to come near it. And I was like, it doesn't matter. Even if I'm a coffee maker at a cafe in the back of the room, let's do it.
Yeah.
But no, it was obvious, and we met for a drink in New York at the time, and I was currently shooting A Good Person, and it was at the end of a shooting day, and I remember he was actually doing a scout the next day. And it was it's one of those bizarre moments in your career where you're like, I'm meeting Christopher Nolan at the end of my shooting day, oh my God. And I remember he apologized by the size of the role. I was like, please don't apologize. And then he said, we'll send you the script, and you just read it and you decide if it's like, I completely understand the sizing thing. And I remember even when I got the script being like, I don't need to, I know I'm gonna do it. So yeah, it was huge.
Obviously, it's been a long time since Adjustment Bureau.
Do you see his outfit today?
It's giving.
Check out the poster. And then look at the outfit today.
Same.
It was the first thing I said to you on that carpet.
I didn't think of it until you said it.
I saw you a mile off with your sleeves rolled up, and I was like, yes.
So it's been a long time since that film.
Too long.
Too long. We found out you guys in a movie together.
Yeah.
I think, what was it, one bit of dialogue between you guys?
I think I said, General.
Yeah, and I grunted.
Mrs. Oppenheimer. And then you went, hello, son. And that was it.
That didn't make the final cut.
I know, it was a great line, though. It was a great ad.
But would you guys have thought all those years ago that you'd be doing another movie together, and a Nolan movie, no less?
I know. And I'm just saying my name's before yours on the poster,
Yeah.
which is a source of contention between us.
Which is, well, she, it's full circle now,
Yeah, Matt just pulled me off the streets to
I pulled
audition
her-
for Adjustment
Pulled her
Bureau.
right off the streets. Nobody had ever
Saved my
seen her
career.
before.
No one had heard of her, and look at her now.
Before you on the poster.
Outbilling me on the poster.
I know.
There's a moment in the movie that I really love where we see Oppenheimer and he's wearing this army uniform. And someone says to him, like, this isn't you. You're a scientist.
Yes.
Why are you wearing that? And I think it really highlights how clothing can help us unlock and harness ourselves and who we are. So for you guys, with the costumes in this film, how did it help in unlocking these characters and finding out who they were for you?
That's a great question. He after that moment in the film, and if you remember, he kind of, in our story, he puts on the hat and picks up the pipe, and it's him kind of creating this persona. It's him kind of self-mythologizing, and we worked very closely with our wonderful costume designer to design the clothes, and particularly I wanted to get his kind of his silhouette, because he was very fragile. He was very, very slim, and I wanted to get that silhouette right. And weirdly, Chris sent me a couple of shots of David Bowie, certain periods in David Bowie's career, the Thin White Duke, and him around the Young Americans time. So he had these massive trousers, and he was so emaciated, but
Tiny.
so cool. So we used that weirdly for inspiration for some of Oppenheimer's trousers.
But also he ate bad, an unhealthy diet, didn't
Oppenheimer.
he? Yeah.
He barely ate.
No, but I heard along the way that he ate peanut butter and chocolate stuff on sauce, on toast.
Yeah, and
then was tiny.
Yes, and then would like drink copious martinis.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so gonna say to that, what is your guy? How do you guys take your martinis, or is there a specialty drink that you guys love to make?
I actually do like martinis. That is actually the drink that I had with Christopher Nolan. So
Was it?
yeah, I had a martini.
How very apt.
I know. I have it with a twist, no vermouth, and extra cold.
Love that.
Oh, I'm less sophisticated. I'm more like a dirty old pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not dirty though. You want the smooth top.
It's just a figure of speech.
Right. The lipstick rim around the glass.
There's a scene that I really love in this movie, and it's all the kind
Am
of.
I in it?
Are you both in it? No.
Am I in it? Papa, can you hear me?
Can you hear
Okay.
me?
It's nice to see that you get kind of these like lighter moments where you can like banter with Cillian in a film that obviously has so much pathos. Like, what were those scenes like to film with him?
I think the moustache did most of the work, didn't
Oh, Jesus.
it? You're getting us delirious on day 3.
When we push that button, we destroy the world. Chances are near zero. Near zero.
He's awesome in the movie, and yeah, I got to have some of those moments of levity because really the true story. There was this tension between the military side and the scientists. You know, the military guys were obsessed with secrecy, and the scientists were obsessed with sharing information to get to the right answer. So there was all this tension, and my character felt like he was a kindergarten teacher kind of most of the time.
And no one liked him, which
And
is always fun. Everyone hated
him.
Groves.
Yeah, literally, like any of the books you read by anybody, they all hated my character, and he really didn't care. So that's also kind of a fun thing to play.
Definitely. And for you, Emily, like getting to work up close with like Cillian on this and seeing him kind of become Oppenheimer, what was that like? Because it's a very intense role for him.
Well, I think, it was just a huge thing to shoulder. We were all so impressed and mesmerised simultaneously by what he did every day, and just a monumental thing. And he's one of those extraordinary actors who can just play the duality of every moment. And I think you want that for this character who's so enigmatic and charismatic, and he's also just a doll. He's like so lovely, and we'd laugh between takes. There was levity. It wasn't all like super intense. It was a very calm set. There was no chaos. And it's crazy that the film has become as sort of startling and visceral and impactful as it is, because I think on the set it was calm, wasn't it? It was nice. It was like
Chris
a nice
and Emma
environment.
are so prepared that the set is just, they're ready for anything. And so Chris also really understands actors and acting, and so he's very good at kind of creating an environment where his actors can thrive.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it shows in the film. And I came away obviously feeling very emotionally changed, and I really felt the weight that these characters had to bear. For you guys, did you come away feeling changed in any way? How did it affect you working on this project and working with each other and Nolan?
I remember telling Nolan on my last day, I hugged him and said how much the whole thing had meant to me. And I just know there are certain experiences where they're, like the fingerprints of the experience will live on you forever. And it's just so, I'm so honored to be in the movie. I've been proud of films before, but I'm so honored to be in it. And just watching him work and learning what really is the right environment for actors to thrive. Like, he's one of the directors that offers that. And I know that this film is going to be very lasting for people. I can feel that already with you guys and what you say about it, and people wanting to go and see it twice, 3 times, 4 times, and just because there's so much to absorb. It's the most substantial, exhilarating film, and it's deeply moving. So I think we're just thrilled that it's coming out.
Yeah, that people are that everybody's going to get to see it now. And it is, one of the great performances, I think.
Yeah.
Cillian's just incredible. And
Look at him staring at us right now.
Look at him just
He
giving
knows
me the
it.
eye.
Those eyes.
He's looking at me.
He's looking at me. He's like the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. But Chris from the outset said that was, the whole thing was riding on that performance, and watching the two of them, because it really was the two of them together kind of building that performance. They were in complete unison. just so dialed in together, and that's why it works so well.
Well, it's credits to you guys as well. This is an ensemble cast and you all really shine. Last question. I found it really funny that Oppenheimer was nicknamed Oppie for some reason.
Oppie.
I found that hilarious.
Sounds kind of jolly and
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have any nicknames, love them or hate them, that have just stuck?
Diamond.
Blunty.
Blunty. Blunty, I get Blunty a lot. He gets Jerry and Diamond.
Jerry and Diamond.
And then your Sienna calls you Legs Diamond.
Legs Diamond. Yeah.
Which is my favourite.
Yeah, I think John came up with that. DeLuca
Legs
came up with
Diamond
that.
is
Legs
so
Diamond.
good.
Leg Diamond.
Yeah.
Because this guy, you should see him make some shapes on a dance floor. This guy throws some shapes around, I'll tell you that
Okay.
much. He
Yeah.
really does.
I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask.
Please
This
don't.
one has
No.
a high kick that will floor you.
I'm not very flexible, so my high kick goes about as high as my knee.
That's about all the hammies can take.
I mean, everyone calls me Kill always, and if people call me Cillian, I get nervous. So everyone calls me Kill.
I've had Flopsy. Flopsy by my gran. And then when I worked with Chris Pine, he loved it so much that he started calling me Flopsy. Flopsy.
Flopsy. I love that. Bloody love that. I'm Claire Bear.
Claire, lovely to meet you.